Welcome back, everybody, to GCD TV's 8th tournament. Up next, we have something pretty crazy. We have Smooch TKO going up against the RLDream Team. We have Jahmilli, Rositajones, and Kubzy up against Nessper, Maldiva, and Pinkrangerz. What do you guys think? Predictions?
If I had to make a prediction, I would say I was talking to Subtlety about this during the break actually, and I think that Jahmilli, Rositajones, Kubzy, and Elite will win 2-0.
Whoa!
And if I had to guess the comp they're gonna run, I'd say they're gonna run RMD.
Really? All right, there it is. So, gonna go ahead and queue up right away. Do you have anything else to add to that, Supa? Or?
Nope, but I do have strong belief in Money Mike. Maybe it won't be complete wipe, hopefully. But definitely, since the 10% damage changed back, I feel like with Jahmilli's team and their skill level, like they can take it in a kind of comp advantage with RMD. So RLDream Team's gonna have a lot of work. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
But they're good players. Maldiva, Pinkrangerz, Nessper, they're no joke. So they could make something happen and prove me wrong.
We'll see what happens, man. This is round 2. This is going to determine who goes to the semifinals tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up, and let's get into the games. Let's see what the very first map of this the very first map of this best of 3, gentlemen, is going to be on Dalaran Sewers. Alright, boys. It's Dalaran Sewers. Oh man, the predictions of the 2-0 coming out from Venruki and Supa. Oh baby, let's see what happens. I mean, Nessper has won this tournament before, but he's never had to face Jahmilli, Rositajones, and Kubzy. These guys are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Boom.
Not much else to elaborate on that. I mean, constantly at the highest ratings on the US ladder, and they're definitely some of the best players US has to offer.
Maldiva is running Sack Pet. That way he has 2 counter spells to stop Deep Poly and Ring after that. And also, in case they try and kill his pet, he can sacrifice it off and still keep his counter spell. So I like that choice from Maldiva. Going for the gateway. Blink CS comes in, stopping the gateway very early. The Pet Nova is going to land. Pinkrangerz immediately in bear form. He does bear form the Deep Freeze here. Howl of Terror is going to interrupt that Ring of Frost. He's going for it once again. He does get locked out. He's going for the Polymorph. Pinkrangerz Shadow Melds that. Going to dodge it once again, but he goes for the Polymorph. Bear forms it. Blinks away. And Pinkrangerz has managed to dodge the early CC from the RMD. He's going to use the Iron Bark before the Smoke Bomb. Maldiva pretty greedy here, not popping the Dark Regen. He's going to manage to get out of it without using it, which is great, but definitely very greedy.
Yeah, this RLD is just on the back foot right now. A little bit of pressure coming out on Rositajones, but he's going to be okay. Maldiva just forced to play very defensive. Pinkrangerz caught into the deep freeze. Out comes the ring. He does get feared on it. Well done by Maldiva. Pinkrangerz has not actually had to sit very much to see at all. I think he trinketed blind earlier, but...
Markskin randomly!
Yeah.
I don't know why!
Was it just the Fafnir? Did he get stunned at all? Kubzy taking damage now into the kidney. Yeah, Kubzy down to around 40%, does get some healing out, pops the NS, goes straight to full. He's going to be fine at the moment.
Jahmilli sensed that weakness, though, of the Barskin there. He's trying to go after Pinkrangerz. He's going to displace her across, and as you're saying, Kubzy taking a bunch of damage with that Howl of Terror. He's going to peel them off. It should be enough here to reconsider their target choices. There's the Deep Freeze on the Pinkrangerz. The Polymorph does land onto him. Maldiva taking a bunch of damage. He does activate the Dark Regen here, but he's taking so much through the kidney. Repoly onto Pinkrangerz. Maldiva might have to use the Hellstone out of this. He does land the counterspell onto Rosita's Polymorph. Pinkrangerz pops the Heart of the Wild Swiftmend. He's going to get that Genesis heal very shortly onto Maldiva, which should top him. Polymorphs onto Nessper. Not going to be able to dispel them just yet. He does manage to, actually, it does break the damage there. There's the Fairy Fire onto Nessper from Kubzy. Kubzy fully dotted with the Han. He's going to have to use the Iron Bark to answer that damage. Barskin's going to be available for the next swap, so he should be able to survive. And Pinkrangerz managed to get away with that Fat Finger, I think. I think
yeah,
it's going to be okay.
Jones actually ended up blocking a Howl. offensively, so he's not going to have that block for like another 10 seconds, but I think he'll be able to get it up. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Meanwhile, Kubzy, the target of choice for this RLD, is get full kidney, have it Barkston down to around 20%. Pinkrangerz caught into the full sheet. Doing a big swap on a Nessper here. He could get obliterated. Pinkrangerz is able to run in and get some hots on him. The Ironbark does come out. Nessper going to survive the swap. Maldiva has his Dark Soul out, trying to get out as much damage as possible.
Yeah, but he does get locked on the UA. He can't port until that lockout is over. Ice Lance connects. The NS comes out from Pinkrangerz, Hellstone as well, but that's not enough. Half poly lands, that's it. That's over. Killing spree coming out into Kubzy though. 100,000 HP. Vanish cheap shot. Can he counter kill? The back comes out. He's gonna die. Kid down to Nessper now. Half HP. Nessper pulls it out. Hard carry from Nessper at the end there. What can Rositajones and Jahmilli do?
Unbelievable. It's going to be hard for Rosita and Jahmilli at this point. Jahmilli caught into the full kidney. He does have the trinket, but he's just going to sit that. I mean, Pinkrangerz and Nessper play 2v2 so often, and they do very well against Rogue Mage. It's one of the hardest teams to actually beat, so they know this matchup. They know exactly what they need to do, and it's going to be very hard for Rositajones and Jahmilli to make something happen here.
Yeah, the Kona Cold Slow coming out, but he's just at half HP at this point. Cheap shot on a Nessper, deep freeze on Pinkrangerz in bear form, but the ring is going to land. Comet Storm comes down. No feint up for that. He has to pop the evasion out of it. The Orb of Frost coming out as well. Nessper trying to shadow step back to his Druid friend to toss some heals onto him. He should be able to top him. Rosita even rebuffing at this point. Polymorph's being spammed onto Nessper. Jahmilli actually managed to get a re-stealth. He's trying to find a target, but who can he really open on? Feint's just being spammed by Nessper. I guess he's looking for an opportunity without that feint. Maybe going for a sap even on Pinkrangerz. He's not using any hots on the Nessper just yet, but Jahmilli definitely being patient in stealth right now. There's the deep freeze on Pinkrangerz. Cheap shot onto Nessper. He did pre-feint the cheap shot. Full poly onto Pinkrangerz though. Nessper is going to Cloak of Shadows to answer that polymorph. Kidney onto Jahmilli. This might be it for Jahmilli. Half HP, has the feint, but Killing Spree has popped. 50,000 HP. Cloak of Shadows to just negate any poison damage even. And he's going to get the reset, but Internal Bleeding is going to pull him out. The bash lands. He's going to go down.
Yeah,
and Nessper, man, hard carry.
Holy crap.
No, that was well done by Nessper, but you have to give a big props to Pinkranger there, you know, displacing in and actually getting the third DR bash on Kubzy, which actually scored the kill for him. So beautifully done by Pinkranger, knowing he has to go offensive. He also did the same thing in that 2v2, displacing into Jahmilli to finish him off.
Wow, this RLDream Team, man, they're here to play. They took the first round even after their Warlock died, Maldiva died. So let's take a quick look at that replay really fast. So right away, you're seeing here that all teams are alive. So you're about to see the cross kill. Maldiva just taking so much damage. The clone out on the Nessper, and that was the killing spree coming out from Jah very soon. There's the cheap shot, and he's just gonna go down. The polymorph onto Pinkrangerz. The killing spree comes out for Nessper at the same time. Kubzy's in that kidney shot, and there's the cross kill. I mean, the killing spree came out for Nessper. Locked in that kill, and Jahmilli and Rositajones did a great job cross-CCing and landing that kill onto Maldiva. But at the end, the 2v2 went to the RLD, or I guess you could just say the rogue Druid.
Yeah.
But holy crap, I can't believe that had just happened, man. Holy shit. Okay, so
over.
Yeah, I did too.
I never suspected that. That's the power of the killing spree. So I guess this RLD, I mean, that RLD had a lot of pressure, a lot more than I thought they would. And yeah, once the 2v2 game came, it was kind of over for Rosita and Jahmilli. It's a hard position to be in against something like a rogue Druid, especially when you don't have all your cooldowns available.
So now Jahmilli's team, they are up for elimination, man. One more loss and they're eliminated. Can Nessper's RLD do it, or do you think it's just going to be 2-1 now? Go ahead, Supa. Sorry for interrupting.
I think that Nessper, as long as it doesn't get caught out, that early. Sorry, I wanted to talk about the bark skin that Pinkrangerz did kind of randomly at the beginning. I almost don't even think it was that bad because it got them off of Maldiva, which means Maldiva can do damage, and if Maldiva's doing damage, then the RMD's in trouble. So
yeah,
I mean,
so do you think it was like some sort of ultra mind game to like maybe he knew like double Ice Nova wasn't going to be up, so he was going to be fine. Who knows? He sits in bear a lot, so maybe he just knew bear power is enough.
Deep mind games.
Just wanted to take a quick minute to thank you guys so much. We're getting so many donations, and we're at 46 out of 50 subscribers already. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Every donation that we receive goes directly to the future prize pools of these tournaments, and they happen every single week. So just keep that in mind. As we get more and more donations, our prize pools get bigger and bigger, and we are trying to spread out the prize pool, so we're able to do this every single week, as you can imagine. But the bigger the prize pools, the better the incentive for these players. But it looks like both teams are ready. In the next map that has been requested by this RMD, Smooch TKO is going to be on the one and only the Grand Arena.
You up.
I'm sorry.
Like you said, you're under evaluation.
Oh, let me see. I was actually itching my lip as you're doing that, so just left you out to dry, right? So, here we go. It's the Grand Arena, and it is Nessper, RLDream Team going up against Jahmilli, Smooch TKO. What do you guys think, man?
I don't know. After watching that game, it seems like it can happen.
Anything can happen if you believe.
Yeah, combat is... Oh, sorry. Combat's kind of like a wild card, so if you can catch Kubzy out like that, it's definitely going to spell trouble. And speaking about the early game, Maldiva was locking down so much CC on the Pinkrangerz with the Shadow Meld 2 and dodging and shapeshifting. Like, they played so well very early, and they have to. Because if they lose their cooldowns early on, that's when the RMD can take the opportunity to obviously kill Maldiva. Like I said, he got away greedy play without using the Dark Regen, but then he was able to stay alive. Another Blink CS very early on to the gateway on Maldiva here. He's getting pressured really hard in both of these games. Pinkrangerz just sitting in stealth for now. He's going to pull Jahmilli out with that Typhoon, but he's into the deep freeze. He does land the Polymorph cheap shot on Maldiva. He wasn't able to stop that. Halotera comes up. Rosita blocks out of that. That was a huge aggressive play here. Even trinkets to get the repoly. Kidney onto Nessper. He did pre-feint it. Adrenaline rush from Jahmilli as well. Iron Bar coming out from Pinkrangerz, possibly an NS as well, as he is dipping to about half HP. He's going to pop the Genesis heal instead. Rosita going for some more polymorphs onto Nessper, even while he was being attacked. The Ring of Frost being tossed down as well. Jahmilli pops the evasion to try and negate any possible swap as he reconnects over to Maldiva. Lands a kick on that UA, but now Maldiva going for the Haunt. That's going to connect onto Rosita, and he only has one block.
Yeah, he's not going to have that second ice block available for another 2 minutes, but it's going to be hard for this RLD to really pressure the Mage. Pinkrangerz caught into the deep, and they are able to stop that sheep. Well done by Maldiva. Nessper actually having to use his wall there, and I guess he was trying to preemptively do it before Pinkrangerz got CC, but it didn't end up working out. Meanwhile, Kubzy in a kidney taking an unbelievable amount of damage, having to use the Bark Skin and Iron Bark, and he's still down to 30% damage, but I think he's going to be alright using that NS to sort of top himself off. But the next swap on him could be big trouble. He'll have his Trinket available, but no skin and no Bark.
Yeah, Trinket Displacer is a good answer, though, when Nessper doesn't have Killing Spree. So I think he should be okay. Rosita taking a bunch of damage. He gets locked down the Polymer. They are swapping. That Kidney was on DR from the Shadow Reflection. And there's the Smoke Bomb into Nessper with the full Kidney. The Ring of Frost landed onto Pinkrangerz as well, but he did pre-feint before the Smoke Bomb, and he evasions out of it. He's going to be just fine. They can't re-polymorph Pinkrangerz just yet. The Swiftman's going to come in. The Rejuve Life and possibly Genesis heal. He does clone Nessper low HP here, denying any more healing from Pinkrangerz, but the Haunt is connected onto Jahmilli. He's rotting a little bit, but with the feint, with the sustainability and no CC onto Kubzy, he should be okay. There's the double Howl of Terror, but I feel like they should have saved that for the swap. He does pop the Dark Soul, polymorph onto Nessper. He does get dispelled out of that instantly into another polymorph. Just Black Sheep onto Nessper at this point. Dots are loaded up onto Jahmilli. Dots are loaded up onto Rosita. Jahmilli pops the evasion to negate any damage here. Poly onto Maldiva now. Kidney onto Nessper, and he did not manage to pre-feint this one. Deep Freeze onto Pinkrangerz. There's the Frozen Orb coming out. Bunch of damage. Ice Nova connects. 50,000 HP. Does get the Vanish off. There's the NS. He's going to top off.
Yeah, and Pinkrangerz didn't have to actually use his Trinket there, which is really nice. Kubzy is the one under attack now by this RLD, caught into the Kidney, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do too much damage. He did pre-bear from that Kidney. Howl coming out onto Rosita and Jahmilli, well done by Maldiva. And I think Maldiva is actually playing Blood Horror this game, which he wasn't last game, so it's going to be a lot harder for Jahmilli to actually stick on him.
Yeah, Nessper cloaking here, trying to connect to Rosita. Rosita goes for the polymorph onto him. That's going to land, gets dispelled instantly into another polymorph. And out now into the kidney. He did pre-Iron Bark the deep freeze here. Maldiva's going for the fears onto Rosita as well, denying these polymorphs and damage out from him. Now he lands the full fear onto Kubzy. Has his trinket, but he shouldn't need to. Rosita is comfortably sitting at around 80%. There's the clone onto Jahmilli from Pinkrangerz, but mana on both Druids is starting to be a problem. We are going to be moving into dampening in about a minute and a half. The dispel onto Nessper's poly here, but the RMD just going for control, waiting for their CDs to come up, building that red buff. Jahmilli gets a re-stealth. There's the kidney onto Kubzy though. Deep freeze onto Pinkrangerz. He did manage to pre-bear form it. The Ring of Frost needs to land, but it does get locked out, denying that CC once again. Great pre-bear form from Pinkrangerz. Kubzy in the meantime managed to survive the swap as well. Rosita getting pressured fairly hard in the center of the map, dip to about half HP. The soul swap comes onto Kubzy now. Haunt connects onto Kubzy even. He's trying to pull back, possibly even dispel these dots. Blood Horror triggers onto Jahmilli. Full fear onto Rosita. There's the kidney onto Kubzy. He has the Barskin available. He's just going to Trinket Displacer away. The haunts are just being spammed out from Maldiva. He's going for the fears. There's the killing spree. He's going to go down!
Unbelievable.
RLDream Team.
Just
Hello?
me 100% wrong.
In the face, dude.
That game was great.
God.
I mean, Maldiva did an excellent job. Maldiva and Pinkrangerz both did an excellent job avoiding like the deep sheeps and the deep rings, and I really feel like that just the RMD couldn't get anything going because of that. And they ended up destroying Kubzy.
Wow.
Well done. So
the RLDream Team once again is going to the semi-finals of GCD TV tournament number 8. But shout out goes to Smoochtko, Rositajones, Jahmilli, and Kubzy. All phenomenal players. An excellent, excellent, excellent game. And thank you so much, guys, for coming and competing. And I hope you plan on doing it again. That was an amazing series, and thank you for giving it to us. So let's go take a look at that replay real quick. Just give me a quick hot minute replay. There it is. So I mean, right away we're at 6 minutes, or there's 16:21 on the timer right here. You're getting close to dampening. Rositajones is taking a little bit of damage here. Maldiva is taking also a little bit of damage, but if both teams are just stabilized, and now there's the kidney shot in a Kubzy. He trinkets it and then gets away with the displacer and holds onto his Barkskin, and then the killing spree comes out of that trinket into that DR kidney, and the killing spree is just going to secure that kill. So that trinket displacer, do you think that if he just Barkskinned instead he would have been okay? I don't know. We have no way of knowing, but holy shit, that was so much damage and so fast. I can't actually blame that.